to bring in 10% of their resources to develop the Niger Delta regions. And that was when he formed the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. It was there in 1963, and not just Obasanjo that made it NDDC. Obasanjo changed the name from UMPADEC to NDDC. Now, when you talk about long-term, or what I will call strategic terms, under the immediate term, when Goodluck Jonathan took over the plans by the late Yaradua, he handed over the leadership of some of these agencies to indigents from that particular area with the intendment that they would do what is right for their people. They are the ones that cheated their people. We fail their people because the National Assembly oversight function was to make sure that the money is given to Niger Delta Development Corporation was used efficiently and effectively, and that it had people-oriented, that you carry community. You don't come and tell a community, this is what we are going to build for you. You go to the community first and ask, what are the basic needs? What do you want? And the federal government can now come in and partner with the community and local government. And that is why the project failed. The Ministry of Niger Delta had its budgetary allocation. What did they build in that region that can be traced to, again, changing the lives of the common man in the region? Apparently zero. Now, the young men who claim to be protecting the pipeline, they are not security agencies. No serious nation gives the protection of its critical national assets to the hands of thugs. It is the responsibility of National Civil Defense Corps, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian military, and the requisite security agencies. You must create jobs for those youths, because they too have a right to be part of Nigeria. But even as you have said, that the money used to develop Abuja, those powerful Niger Delta militants that have received tremendous amount of money, the so-called generals, all came to Abuja to own properties worth billions. They didn't build those properties in Port Harcourt. They didn't build it in Warri or in their communities, which means there must be something about Abuja that they love more than their own community. They had made enough money to build industries that can employ small and medium scale industry that can employ people in their community. They didn't. Tell me any state in Niger Delta that have set up any kind of industry today. They receive their statutory allocation. Politically, somebody is talking about Edo State, where a governor is taking 500 million every month on security vote. It will be strange to ask Seriake Dixon, how much is his security vote? Or Nyesom Wike, how much is your security vote? Or Patrick Okowa, how much is your security vote? But in the absence of individual industrial development, there can be jointness. I see no reason why among these cities, these South states, they cannot say to federal government, come and partner with us in developing another Abuja somewhere between Port Harcourt and Bayelsa, or somewhere between Port Harcourt and Warri. You cannot put the blame and responsibility only on federal government. Federal government have lived up to its own responsibility. Where I think the current administration may have suffered some deficiency is when the president, if he did say so, announced that he was going to cancel the Ministry of Niger Delta, the University of Niger Delta. I think that was a foxfire. And instead of saying that you're going to cancel the money you're paying to the militants, you would have said there must be a review of that money to make sure that it is achieving its intended objectives ab initio, without canceling. Because you're going, people are watching you, you have developed the Northeast Development Commission, which I support. I didn't get it as a Biafran. Nobody developed my zone. I did it myself. So when you're going to develop the Northeast, where are you going to get the money? It's again from the oil money that you're going to develop the Northeast. So there must be some balance when you are doing all these things. And when you don't show that balance, it creates opportunity for
Mr.
agitation.
Gbanite, we have to ask you quickly, where exactly do you stand? Do you stand on the position of, you must dialogue with the Niger Delta militants, or do you think this is absolutely not necessary? Do you think you missed a chance?
Well, I don't think you missed a chance. There's always opportunity to dialogue, but I think that the security agencies must continue to do their work. The security agencies must continue to do the mop-up. The security agencies must continue to be on the offensive while the discussion on dialogue continues. And when the militants are subdued, you have actual dialogue. No nation dialogue from a position of weakness. You must dialogue from a position of strength. If we have done things strategically under the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, when we had tsunami funds in this nation, build the refineries that we're supposed to build, or have existing refineries working, then we wouldn't be where we are. We missed opportunities under him. We missed opportunities under him. And I blame him, really, for what is happening to the country today. Contrary to him jumping around and giving advices that are unwarranted.
Mr. Gbanite, I'm going to ask you to hold on, because I think we're going to make a phone call to Mr. Donyega Ben. My colleagues in Lagos are going to be doing that. Please kindly listen.
Well, yes, indeed. We've got Donyega Ben, who was a member of FG's Technical Committee on Niger Delta in 2008. He's also a member of United Niger Delta Ex-Agitators and Leaders Forum. He joins us via phone. More than that, thank you for joining us. Perhaps you might have heard some of the conversation that went on earlier, and even the one with Mr. Gbanite. Let's talk about this negotiations, if you will, between the government and militants. We've heard a lot, whether it's holding or not. But from your impression, do you think that dialogue is a solution to this impasse?
Well, thank you, Mr. Belin. In all ramifications of life, whether the Security Council or international communities and the best practice of any conflict, dialogue is the best option. Because you can never achieve anything when you say you want to confront or an cannot see any positive result, then rather it is now result of counterproductive of backslide. So I think dialogue is the best option. Anything there.
Yeah, but from the look of things, I think the sound a bit low, but we'll see what we can do to correct that. But at the moment, because we've heard there are different groups really. We've heard the elders also say that they need to be involved in these negotiations. And it's not exactly an easy position on the part of government, as we heard some of our guests say. How would you recommend governments go about this negotiation?
Well, there are institutions that are being put in place. You know, there are people who are conflict managers in any crisis. Not everybody that is professional in management of conflict. And I also have the opinion that expert professionals who have been managing conflicts should be those people that have been should be dangers or meant. So, from my own view, I think
Donya, I'm afraid we may need to reconnect the call. The audio quality is really low, so you need to give us a minute. We'll just correct that, and then we'll come back to you in a moment.